This video will contain spoilers for episode 24 of TBHX. So, it's been a while now since season 1 of TBHX ended, and I still can't help but wonder, what? You guys know I'm a nice fan first and a person second, so I've been thinking a lot about that twist in the finale. I mean, I did kind of expect him to come back in some fashion. He's always read as a stealth 11th main character to me, especially towards the end of the season. But like that? How? Why? By who? Well, I have some ideas, so let's talk about it. First of all, if you're new here, welcome! I'm Rubedo, the Living Philosopher's Stone VTuber, and this is my second channel where I do reactions and scripted content. I reacted to TBHX along with my friend Mary Melody right here on this channel, so be sure to check that out, as well as my previous scripted video about fear. Also check out my main channel where I do Let's Plays, challenge runs, and gaming streams. With that intro/plug out of the way, let's get into my theories about Nice. I think the most important thing to establish right off the bat is that I do not think Nice's death was faked. If it wasn't by him. I mean, just look at him at the end of episode 23. He's not exactly in a mental state to be carrying out any elaborate plans. Not to mention, guys, we see the blood pooling around him when he hits the ground. Sure, it theoretically could have been fake blood packs like what Moon had in episode 2, but Occam's razor, you know? See a guy jump off a building and start bleeding heavily when he lands, it's probably real. I will concede that I don't really have an explanation for the snap sound effect when his breakdown switches into 3D, though. That's the one solid thing that could point towards Nice's death being, if not faked, then at least arranged. Hell, if I know why X would have gotten involved with this, or what his plan might be. But no, I think it's more likely that Nice's death was real and his resurrection was not done with good intentions. Honestly, I really don't get how anyone thinks his revival is a good thing. Look at him. He looks empty. I'm honestly still not even fully convinced he's actually in there, but we'll proceed under the assumption that he is. So then the big question is, who revived him? Let's run through some options. I don't think it's X. If he wanted Nice alive, there were much easier ways for him to go about that, and I can't see any reason why he'd want Nice as a fear zombie specifically. FOMO just doesn't seem likely. Mighty Glory is a soft maybe. When I first saw Nice like this, my immediate thought was that his corpse might be being used as a vessel for Zero. Nice actually has a lot of parallels with Zero, so it's not completely out of left field, but it just doesn't sound right. The Zero revival plot is probably going to be a major part of Season 2, and Dragon Boy is already being set up as the vessel, so why suddenly shift gears to Nice? Treeman has a lot of points in their favor. It's Nice's home agency, and we know from Phobia Clone that they have access to fear-based resurrection technology. But once again, why? Shangde gave up on him a long time ago. Is it worth the resources to bring him back as a fear zombie? That, combined with the fact that the website no longer lists Nice as affiliated with Treeman, makes me doubt it's them. Which leads me to DOS, or rather Spotlight. They work alongside Treeman, likely having access to all or at least most of the same tech as them. Meanwhile, where Shangde is a gambler, Mickey is resourceful. He can find the value in anything. Certainly, he could find use in Treeman's leftovers. Personally, I think Spotlight is the most likely option, and I don't think Nice is the only one Mickey pilfered from Treeman. In my fear video, I highlighted the differences between naturally occurring and lab-produced fear, noting some key physical manifestations of lab-produced fear. A body made of fear, something Nice seems to display now, furthering the idea that it's either Treeman or Spotlight behind his revival, and bright neon lights. You see those lights most obviously with Smile, where they form distinct shapes around him as if he had actual neon signs adorning him. You know who else looks like that? That's right, baby! Graffiti King! Introduced as a hero belonging to DOS, Graffiti King displays some very clear signs of a fear boost. He also looks very, very, very similar to Wreck. Like, are you seeing this? The shapes are identical. On top of the costumes looking the same, they also share some visual motifs, like arrows, the crown, and even the fact that they both use a sword. You simply cannot convince me that Graffiti King is anyone but Wreck. No, not even by pointing out that he has a different English voice actor, especially considering he didn't even really have actual lines when he showed up. So basically, I think what's going on here is that Mickey is making use of two ex-Treeman heroes, or technically a hero and a villain, who should both, by all rights, be dead. I doubt he's using them together, though. My speculation is that he's managing Graffiti King through DOS and Nice through Spotlight, so they probably don't even know about each other. To what end is he doing this? We don't really know of any particular motives Mickey has beyond just profit, so that, I guess? Liu Zhen probably has more interest in Nice than Mickey does, as somebody who both represents and was failed by the dark side of the hero industry, which works out perfectly since he's got more direct control over Spotlight. I gotta be honest though, I don't really know where to take this idea from here, or rather, I think there's a lot of ways it could go, and I'm hesitant to speculate on the actual plot beyond this. Will Nice recover from his zombified state? What does recovery even mean for him at this point? Is Wreck fully corrupted by fear? Will one of them bring the other back from the brink of completely losing themselves? Will they have a tender gay moment that rivals Nono's confession and cheek kiss combo? Will Lee Howling rip my heart out? Well, that last one's probably a yes. But only time will tell for the rest. That's basically all I have to say on this topic for now. Let me know what you think down below, and also let me know what topic I should cover next. I will say that my next scripted video for the month of February is not actually going to be a mini essay like this. I need something that's a little easier for me to do, takes less effort for me. And there is something that I promised to do quite a while ago. It's gonna be part 2 of making Melody guess Fate Servants. But, the video for the month of March will probably be another video like this, so let me know what topics you want me to talk about. And I'll see you guys next time.